price drop for this brand new Tesla vehicle. And of course, that vehicle has now been dropped to a low price if you factor in the 7,500 federal tax credit, because for some reason it took this long for it to actually qualify. That vehicle is the Cybertruck, and now it gets a 7,500 tax credit point of sale. We'll talk about this, why this is important, why this is maybe not important. Breaking Cybertruck all-wheel drive. A couple different caveats with this. Cybertruck all-wheel drive is now eligible for the federal tax credit in the US, getting a 7,500 point of sale as long as you qualify for the tax credit at the time of purchase. The quick TLDR on that is if you make less than 150K for a single earner or less than 300K for a married couple. And it's also AGI, adjusted gross income. So it's after like 401K, all these other different things. So you might want to research that if you feel like you're around the edge. And there's also strategies on how to get under that if you didn't know as well. But pretty interesting for Cybertruck to also take a month from the new year to make this eligible. So this is actually some good signs for the point of sale tax credit, because if Tesla has gone through the work, the investment of time and getting their people to make it eligible for the 7,500 tax credit point of sale, then I would imagine this would be good news for the rest of the other models getting the point of sale into the near future. Of course, there's talks about this 7,500 disappearing, but if Cybertruck just got it, I would say it's going to be around for at least the next like 60, 90 days, maybe even the half of the year. Because if Trump really wants to kill this, I feel like it would be a little bit longer than that. And so this is good news for everybody out there. The second caveat is that this is for the all-wheel drive version. So only going to be the one $80,000 or less, and that's MSRP. So if you get one with a discount or anything like that, it does not matter. And of course, the beast also doesn't matter as well. And this is a good start because hopefully this does well and starts to push more Cybertrucks off the lot. I would imagine we're going to see a month or two of rushed inventory actually selling, but it's not eligible for the 2024 one. So in inventory, you do see some Cybertrucks with a nice discount, but those are going to be 2024s. And the only ones that qualify for the tax credit at point of sale is going to be the 2025. So it's going to take up a little bit longer to be able to stack on an inventory discount plus the 7,500. Of course, leasing is a good workaround if you still want those inventory discounts, but leasing eats away about $1,000 of that. And so certainly it might just be best just to keep waiting until the 2025s get some inventory discounts, which could be as soon as the end of the first quarter, maybe even end of this month, which is going to be February, or maybe probably March for sure. But certainly point of sale 7,500. On top of that, if you use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, you can get an extra $1,000 off. And if you use a military discount, which gives you another $1,000, that can give you another $1,000, which stacks on top of that as well, which would mean an adjusted price of $70,490, which is pretty sick and a nice deal for sure. If you're someone that doesn't qualify for the 7,500 federal tax credit, leasing is going to be your loophole. We talked about this in many videos before in the past, and we've got confirmation that it does work. I've personally worked with 4 to 5 people that was able to buy it out in the end. Of course, you got to do it pretty quickly. And of course, you have to have the means to be able to do it, whether it's cash or having outside financing through a credit union or other banks. You can find a list of our best credit unions down below in the description to get it done 100%. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on this. If you've been waiting around for this 7,500 point of sale tax credit, it's finally here and you are able to get one. Now here's the best part. After you purchase or after you've figured out which one you're going to be getting, shout out to Unplugged for creating a sick invincible Cybertruck. There's plenty of parts out there now, but certainly Unplugged has been one of our favorites. We've got like 3 sets of their rims that we've gone through and tried them all out, plus their fender flares. We had that for a brief moment, so definitely a very cool build, and they've got much more. So definitely check out Unplugged Performance through our link down below in the description if you're interested in seeing what they got for really any Teslas. They're like the #1 name in the space, and we're probably going to be going to a track day, and so hopefully we'll be able to experience that with our Model 3 Performance. But on top of that, in other Cybertruck news, we've got a massive price increase for the Cybertruck in the Canada market. All-wheel drive has gone up 11% from 138 to 154, and Cyber Beast is $182,000 from $186,000. So some crazy price increases for sure. But let us know, are you buying a Cybertruck now? Are you going to be waiting and seeing? Because this is going to have some interesting effects on the used market as well as prices. I mean, they're going to be continuing to drop. I imagine we're going to see a used like 50 to 60, maybe even mid 60K used Cybertruck later on this year, maybe even by November or December. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it.